Shabbat Shalom, Earl Harley, praise the mighty Yah. Shabbat Shalom, Manzi Lafayette, praise the mighty Yah. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Phyllis Williams. Praise the mighty Yah. Shalom, shalom, Joel Gladney. Praise the mighty Yah, sister. Shabbat Shalom, Mark Anthony. Praise the mighty Yah, brother. Mark had to put that 5. Oh, yeah, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah. Gonna go hard in the paint, man. They gonna learn something today, too. Yeah. Shalom, 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 Sister Andrea Israel. Praise the mighty Yah. Shabbat Shalom.
mercy endure forever, you understand? It's all about seeing his face, you dig? It's all about seeing his face, you dig? Listen, yeah. I won't be envious against the wicked because I serve Yah. You can boast about your money while I boast about my Yah. Elohim is king, I'm forever bow down at his goodness. If Christ is the truth, then tell me why my people want the curses. My people praying to the same God of their enemy. Just cause we don't hang on trees don't mean that they a friend of me. Walking in integrity, praying to my heavenly. If you wanna make it to the land, I got the recipe. Keep all the laws of Yahweh Elohim. If you ain't about this righteousness, you can't ride with my team. I'm a law reinvent, making the difference between the clean and the unclean. Yeah, I gotta do my thing. I can't have no fools around me now. Tyler told me that fools will get you killed. Ariel told me that must control your spirit. Israel told me that serve no other gods. Elisha told me that. Your soul and your heart, seek his righteous word and his laws. He will surely hear you when you call. Blesses the man who puts all his trust in Yahweh Elohim. Curses the man who was evil. I can't stand the wicked man. Serving Yahweh is my joy. Proverbs are my closest friend. I look unto what my father Jacob, Isaac, Abraham. Surely he scorned the scorners, but give grace unto the lowly. I want to be holy. I fear Yahweh, the only Savior. Keep it good. I love my brother, honor mama, and we yell hallelujah. Yahweh with my troops. Yes, they know right. We keep the law. Helping not he teach the law. Genesis through Malachi, so you know we got a ball. Going against all the odds. Wisdom is the principle. Make the wise the simple. Know the law of Yah can put the soul. This is not a fairy tale, but Christ, he is a fairy tale. The law of Yah will save your life. Free yourself out of jail. Free yourself out of hell. Free yourself from the pain. All those that wait on Yahweh shall not be ashamed. Your soul and your heart, seek his righteous word and his laws. He will surely hear you when you call. Saturday is a sign. I put a sign on my hand. I read his laws every day. I follow all his commands. I talk with them when I sit. I talk with them when I rise. I talk with them when I walk. I talk with them when I lie down. Praise Yah Elohim because he's true. Bless his laws, all the truth. I thought that you knew that there ain't no other God beside him. He did it alone. Talking about the heavens where he was. He sits on the throne of goodness. Who measured the heavens with his span? Comprehended the dust. Split the oceans with his hands. Look, he dead, feet, he blind. Open up your mind. If you put your trust in Yah, everything will be fine. Remember Yahweh in his power. We boast in his name. Each and every hour, sunrise down to the same. The wicked is an abomination. Don't come our way. The wicked Yahweh make that selection. Don't come our way. Your soul and your heart, seek his righteous word and his laws. He will surely hear you when you call.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah being Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, worship, and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now, today's topic, I'm going to talk about we are a covenant people. We are not a religious people. And I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the black man and the black woman in America been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, and tricked. They've been did all that. And I'm gonna let the book bag it up and do all the talking. I'm gonna prove beyond a shadow of doubt that our people lost in the sauce. Yes, sir. And now I wanna first I want to read what the word covenant means. The definition of the word covenant.
Covenant, a formal binding agreement made by two or more persons or parties, a contract, to promise or pledge by formal agreement.
In other words, it's a pledge, a promise, an agreement to do what y'all say do. Now, okay, let's see. Let me read off. Let me me see. Let me read these names off. Anytime a black man or a black woman call themselves a Kemet, an Egyptologist, a Christian, Islam, Moorish Scientific of America, a Rastafarian, Hindu, Buddhism, Catholic, a Baptist, a Democrat, a Republican, a Mormon, or a Methodist, and more. And there's more other names, but them the ones that came off the top of my head. So anytime you have a religion, you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, and tricked. And if you call yourself any of that, you lost in the sauce. Now let's get to the book. They're gonna get mad at me today because I'm gonna go so hard in the paint, it's gonna scare you. So we're gonna start off in Genesis. Now, Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. Yeah, Genesis 9 and 11.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you.
Hold it right there. Yahweh saying, I will establish my covenant. He didn't establish no religion, no Christian, no Baptist, no none of that junk. All that's been man-made by a white man or a black man or Arab man, some kind of man. But Yahweh then started to make it. Read.
Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you.
That's right. Yahweh talking to Abraham. No, talking to Noah.
For perpetual generations, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.
Now, when you see a rainbow in the sky, that's a covenant that Yahweh made with Noah, letting him know that he's not going to never destroy the earth with a flood of waters again. That's what that rainbow means when you see it in the sky. He made a covenant and an agreement and a promise to Noah that he would never destroy the whole land with water again. Read.
And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud.
So when you look up in the clouds and you see that bow, Yahweh letting you know that covenant still exists. Read.
And I will remember my covenant.
He gonna what? Remember his covenant. There it is. Read.
Which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh.
He made a promise to Noah that he'll never destroy that. So whenever you see that rainbow, that's what that rainbow mean in the sky. That's what it represent. It don't mean nothing else, and only mean that the Almighty is still looking over the earth, and he's not gonna never destroy the earth with a flood. Read.
And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between
everlasting covenant mean ain't no end to this covenant. It's an everlasting mean ain't no end. It's forever.
Every living creature of all flesh that's upon the earth.
Okay, that's all I needed. Now let's go to Genesis 15. Genesis 15 and 18.
Genesis chapter 15, verse 18. And the same day Yahweh made a covenant with Abraham.
He made a covenant with Abraham. He ain't give him no religion or no this junk that these black folks believe in today. He made a covenant with Abraham. Read.
Saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
The Almighty started off giving covenants. He ain't never gave you no religion or no belief of this junk that these people believe in this world today. Okay, go to Genesis 17. I still need this stuff. Genesis 17. Okay. Start the first verse.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abraham was 90 years old and 9,
he was 99 years old.
Yahweh appeared to Abraham.
Yahweh went to talk to Abram.
and said unto him,
And this is what he told him.
I am the Almighty Elohim.
I am the Almighty Elohim. Now he talking to Abram.
Walk before me,
That means do everything that I tell you to do, Abram.
and be thou perfect.
And then you're going to be perfect. Tell me ain't no perfect people in this world, you a lie. When you walk before Yahweh and do everything he say, you perfect in his eyes. But man going to throw you under the bus. Read.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee.
He going to make a covenant. Not no religion, not no belief, not none of this junk that the black man and the black woman believe in today. He didn't tell them to be no Christian, no Muslim, no Democrat, no Republican, none of that. Read, start over again.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee,
I'm going to make my covenant, nothing else.
and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee.
My covenant is with you, Abram. What verse you at?
4.
Okay.
And thou shalt be a father of many nations.
The Abraham going to be the father of many nations, which he is.
Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but
Yahweh changed his name from Abram.
but thy name shall be Abraham.
Your name going to be Abraham.
For a father of many nations have I made thee.
This what the word Abraham mean, the father of many nations.
And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
And that's right. King David came out of him. King Solomon, King Asa, all of them came up out of him. The Arabs came out of him.
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee and their generations for an everlasting covenant.
The Almighty made a covenant with the house of Israel, with the 12 tribes of Israel. He didn't give you no religion. If you call yourself a Baptist, a Catholic, a Methodist, you a dumb fool. Read.
To be an Elohim unto thee and to thy seed after thee.
That's right.
And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan for everlasting possession, and I will be their Elohim. And Elohim said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore.
Elohim, Yahweh told me you should keep my covenant. Don't get no religion.
Thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
That's right. Right now today, we're supposed to be keeping Yahweh's covenant and nothing else.
This is my covenant.
This is his covenant.
Which,
this ain't his religion. This is Yahweh's covenant.
Which ye shall keep.
You should keep the covenant, not go to church, not wear a cross, not call yourself a Democrat or Republican or Messianic or any of that junk. Read.
Between me and you and thy seed after thee.
That's right. After thee, what verse you at?
10. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
Now, he told us every man child should be circumcised. All men are supposed to be circumcised. If you ain't, you going to hell. Read.
And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
It's going to be between Yahweh and you.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generation.
Every man child in your generation.
He that is born in the house.
I don't care where you come from, born in the house.
Or bought with the money of any stranger.
It don't matter.
Which is not of thy seed.
Anybody that's in your house better be circumcised. If I had a Puerto Rican, a white man, or a Chinese or a Japanese man living with me, he better be circumcised if he in my house. This is a covenant that Yahweh told the children of Israel to do. So any person in your surroundings, in your congregation, or whatever you want to call it, better be circumcised. Read.
He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised.
Must need to be circumcised. He ain't playing with this.
And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
This covenant gonna be in your penis, your flesh for an everlasting covenant all the way to the graveyard.
An uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised.
And the man that didn't never get circumcised, watch what's gonna happen to him. The man that ain't never been circumcised,
that soul shall be cut off from his people.
He going straight to hell.
He have broken my covenant.
He have broken Yahweh's covenant. He ain't playing with you. Read.
And Elohim said unto Abraham, as for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name. And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will also bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born to him that is 100 years old?
Abraham made a baby at 100 years old. You don't never get too old to multiply. Read.
And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear?
And Sarah had a baby at 90 years old. You don't never get too old to have a baby. Read.
And Abraham said unto Elohim, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And Elohim said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac.
That's right.
And I will establish my covenant with him forever.
I'm going to establish my covenant with Abraham and Isaac. There it is. He didn't give him no religion. We gave him a covenant. Read.
And with his seed after him.
And after him. Talking about us right now today. We are a covenant people. We ain't no religious people of believing this, going to church, wearing a cross, and being baptized at monkey jump. Read.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee.
Now Ishmael is where the Arabs, the Muslims come from. That's where they come from, Ishmael.
Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget.
He gonna beget 12 princes. But watch what he said about the covenant, y'all. Read.
And I will make him a great nation.
I'm gonna make him a great nation. That's when they got all the oil over there in Saudi Arabia and Iran and Afghanistan, the Middle East. He blessed them people over there, them the Arabs, but he didn't make no covenant with them. Read.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
I'm gonna establish my covenant with Isaac, not Ishmael. Isaac. Read.
Which Sarah shall bear unto thee as this set time in the next year.
That's right. Read.
And he left off talking with him, and Elohim went up from Abraham.
What verse you at?
23.
Okay.
And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin.
And circumcised the flesh of their foreskin, their penis.
As Elohim had said unto him. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
Abraham was 90 years. What did it say? 99 or 90? Yeah, he was 99 years old when he got circumcised. No, I don't want to hear that you too old to be circumcised. Oh, I'm 50 years old. I'm 60. It's too late for me. You a lie. Abraham was 99 years old when he got circumcised. They didn't have anesthesia. They didn't have no pain medicine back then. Fool, read.
And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
And Ishmael was 13 years old when he got circumcised. Read.
And the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised.
That's right.
And Ishmael his son.
That's right.
And all the men of his house.
And all the men of his house.
Born in the house and bought with money of the stranger were circumcised with him.
That's right. Everybody was in the house circumcised. Okay. Now let's go to Exodus 2. That's a covenant that he made with us. That the men better be did that. Okay, Exodus 2 and start at the 24.
Exodus chapter 2, verse 24. And Elohim heard their groaning, and Elohim remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
He made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not the Christians, not the Muslims, not nobody else. Them, read.
And Elohim looked upon the children of Israel, and Elohim had respect unto them.
Okay, now go to Exodus 34. We are a covenant people. And anytime you call yourself anything else, you are a retarded fool. I don't care how many plaques you got on the wall, how educated you is. I graduated from Stanford, Harvard, Yale, and all these other colleges. You still dumb as a box of rocks when you call yourself anything other than a Hebrew Israelite, and you in America. You retarded fool. Exodus 34, start to 27.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 27.
Yeah.
And Yahweh said unto Moses,
Read.
Write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel.
He said, Yahweh say, I'm going to read it. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with the children of Israel. He made a covenant with us. He didn't tell us to go get no religion. So when you call yourself a Baptist, a Catholic, a Methodist, Presbyterian, Jehovah's, you a retarded fool. Read.
And he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water.
That's right, Moses, bad man. Read.
And he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant.
Of the covenant.
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments is called the covenant. Read.
And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses was not, that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him.
He was shining like a diamond. His face was, because he had been in the presence of Yah.
And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses,
when they saw him shining like the sun, his face was,
behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him.
They were scared to death.
And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with them. And afterward all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that Yahweh had spoken with him in Mount Sinai.
Gave him the commandment, which is the covenant.
Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face.
He had to put a veil over his face.
But when Moses went in before Yahweh to speak with him, he took the veil off.
He took the veil off.
Until he came out.
Till he came out, then he put it back on.
And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded.
Which he was commanded by Yah.
And the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone,
shining like the sun.
And Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him.
Okay, let's go to Leviticus. Leviticus 24 and 8.
Leviticus chapter 24, verse 8. Every Sabbath he shall set it in order before Yahweh continually, being taken from the children of Israel by everlasting covenant.
A Sabbath is an everlasting covenant. That's what the Sabbath is. Okay, let's go to Leviticus 26. Let's go. Okay, start the 40. At the 44.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 44.
Yeah.
And yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies,
when we in the land of our enemies,
I will not cast them away.
I ain't gonna forget about my people.
Neither will I abhor them.
I ain't gonna hate the children of Israel, my people.
To destroy them utterly.
I'm not gonna never destroy all of them completely.
And to break my covenant with them.
And to break my covenant with them.
For I am Yahweh their Elohim.
Yahweh is our God.
But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors.
He gonna remember the covenant of our ancestor Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Moses and Noah, the covenant he made with them.
Whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen.
He brought us out of Egypt in the sight of the Egyptians.
That I might be their Elohim.
That I might be their God.
I am Yahweh.
He's Yahweh. He ain't no Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. He ain't no Trinity. He ain't no Muslim God. He ain't none of that junk.
These are the statutes and judgments and laws which Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel at Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses.
That's right. He gave us a covenant, not nothing else. What was that? Let me go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 4 and 23. Yeah, 4 and 23. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 23.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 23. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of Yahweh your Elohim.
And when we got to the United States, we forgot the covenant of Yahweh because they called themselves everything but a Hebrew Israelite. Read.
Which he made with you.
Which he made with us.
and make you a graven image,
and make you a cross like they're doing now. Every black man and black woman wearing a cross like a fool.
or the likeness of anything,
The likeness of anything, a graven image.
which Yahweh thy Elohim hath forbidden thee.
Yahweh forbidden us to go to church and wear crosses and do all this junk, but the people love to do this on Easter. Easter, the church is so full, he getting $1 million a day when they go to church on Easter. Read.
For Yahweh thy Elohim is a consuming fire,
He gonna bust your head because you're consuming fire.
even a jealous Elohim.
Yahweh get jealous when you go to church and wear a cross and go to a Muslim mosque and call yourself a Baptist, a Methodist, a Catholic, anything else.
When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves,
And start doing wrong
and make a graven image,
and make a cross
or the likeness of anything,
or the likeness of anything, any kind of graven image you got on your wall, on your neck, read.
and shall do evil in the sight of Yahweh thy Elohim.
This is an evil thing when you got a picture of a hippie on the stick on your wall and wearing a cross and Mother Mary and all this old junk. That's evil. Read.
To provoke him to anger.
And you gonna make Yahweh mad at you. He gonna kill you and bust your head.
I call heaven and earth to witness against you.
He calling the whole heaven and earth to witness against us this day.
That ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it.
That's right. Read.
Ye shall not prolong your days upon it,
You ain't gonna live no long time.
but shall utterly be destroyed.
You're gonna be destroyed.
And Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations.
And that's what he did. He scattered us among the nation. Why? Because we were stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
That's right. Among the Gentiles.
Whither Yahweh shall lead you.
Yahweh the one put us in the United States. Nobody else.
And there ye shall serve deities.
And when you get to the United States, you're going to talk about J.C. Hamashiach and wear a cross and believe in the New Testament and go to church.
The work of men's hands.
Somebody made this junk you wearing on your neck.
Wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
Ain't got no life to it. Don't do nothing.
But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahweh the Elohim,
But if you seek Yahweh, your God,
thou shalt find him.
you going to find him like I did.
If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Just like I did and all the brothers on the internet, just like y'all did with all the heart and soul.
When thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee.
When you're in trouble, tribulation.
Even in the latter days, if thou turn to Yahweh the Elohim.
And when you're in trouble, if you turn to Yahweh, your God.
And shall be obedient to his voice.
And obedient to his voice means obey his laws, statute, commandment, judgment, precept. When you do that.
For Yahweh the Elohim is a merciful Elohim.
And he merciful. He going to forget all about the evil that you used to do.
He will not forsake thee.
Yahweh ain't going to forget about you.
Neither destroy thee.
He ain't going to kill you.
Nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he swore unto them.
He ain't going to forget his covenant that he swore with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
For as now the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that Elohim created man upon the earth, and as from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there have been any such thing as this great thing is, or have been heard like it, did every people hear the voice of Elohim?
Okay, that's all I needed right there. Okay, let's go to 7. Deuteronomy 7. Start the 6th verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Yes, sir.
For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim.
The Hebrew Israelite is a holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim.
Yahweh thy Elohim hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He have chosen the Hebrew Israelite, nappy-headed Israelite in America, unto himself.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that's up on the face of the earth. He chose the Hebrew Israelites over everybody. All the people up on the earth. The book popping, and I ain't telling it to you, I'm showing it to you. Read.
Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
We were the fewest of all people.
But because Yahweh loved you,
Yahweh loved the Hebrew Israelite, us.
and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn to your fathers, hath Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeem you out of the house of bondmen,
out of slavery.
from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
And he going to do it again. He going to deliver us again from the United States. Read.
Know therefore that Yahweh the Elohim, he is Elohim,
He is the Almighty,
the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with
which
them
keep
that
it
love him,
covenant and mercy.
and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
No, with the, read that again. Read. I'm gonna shut up. Read that 9 again. That's corn there.
Now therefore that know therefore that Yahweh the Elohim,
No, it say, don't guess.
he is Elohim,
That's right.
the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with him that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
He loved everybody to keep his commandments. That's what it mean and what it say. Read. Now watch this, y'all.
And repayeth them that hate him to their face.
And he gonna repay everybody that hate him to his face, because when you don't keep the covenant of the commandments, you hate the Most High Yah. That's what they're saying.
To destroy them.
He gonna destroy them.
He will not be slack to him that hateth him.
He ain't gonna hesitate to kill you and bust your head to the one that hate him, because you don't keep his commandments. Read.
He will repay him to his face.
He gonna pay you to your face, fool.
Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments.
You supposed to keep his commandments and not have a religion,
And the statutes.
and not have a religion,
And the judgments.
and not have a religion,
Which I command thee this day to do them.
to do the commandments, fool. Read.
Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them,
That's right. If you do it,
that Yahweh the Elohim shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he swore unto thy fathers.
and Yahweh gonna keep his covenant, he gonna keep his word, his promise that he did to you if you keep his commandments. Read.
And he will love thee
Yahweh gonna love you,
and bless thee
and he gonna bless you,
and multiply thee.
and he gonna multiply thee.
He will also bless the fruit of thy womb,
You ain't gonna have no miscarriages and no abortions and all that junk.
and the fruit of thy land,
And your land gonna be plenty of food.
thy corn, and thy wine, and thy oil, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep,
And you're gonna have plenty of everything, plenty of animals, cows and sheep.
and the land which he swore unto thy fathers to give thee.
That's right, in the land of Canaan, back in Jerusalem.
Thou shalt be blessed above all people.
Then you're gonna be blessed above all people.
There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle.
That's right. Everything gonna be fruitful and multiplying.
And Yahweh will take away from thee all sickness,
You ain't gonna have diabetes, high blood pressure, and all these diseases that you got today.
and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
He gonna put all the bad diseases upon the people that hate us, that hate them. I mean us in the Hebrew. That's what it's saying.
And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh the Elohim shall deliver thee, that I shall have no pity upon them.
You ain't gonna have no pity upon them.
Neither shalt thou serve their deities,
You ain't supposed to believe in the New Testament or the Quran or the Hadith or another book.
for that will be a snare unto thee.
That's gonna trick you.
If thou shalt say in thy heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them,
I don't care how many it is against you. Don't be afraid of them, because you got Yahweh with you and he gonna fight your battle.
but shalt well remember what Yahweh the Elohim did unto Pharaoh,
Just remember what Yahweh did to Pharaoh, then you ain't gonna be scared of nobody.
and unto all Egypt,
And to everybody in Egypt. That's right. Okay, now let's go to Deuteronomy 20. Let me see. Deuteronomy 29 and start the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1.
Yeah.
These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab.
He said, these are the words of the covenant that Yahweh made.
Beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
That's right.
And Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, Ye have seen all that Yahweh did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh,
You seen how he drowned Pharaoh's army in Egypt
and unto all his servants,
and got rid of all of them.
and unto all his land, the great temptations which thy eyes have seen, the signs, and those great miracles. Yet Yahweh have not given you a heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear, unto this day. And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you,
They still brand new.
and thy shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot.
Your shoes still brand new.
Ye have
That's
not.
all I need. Yeah, everything's still brand new. Okay, go to Exodus 19. Exodus 19. Yeah, 19 start at the 3.
Exodus chapter 19, verse 3. And Moses went up unto Elohim, and Yahweh called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings,
I protected you on like an eagle do,
and brought you unto myself.
and to Yahweh.
Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed,
Told us if we didn't obey his voice indeed,
and keep my covenant,
and keep Yahweh's covenant,
then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
that's right. All the earth belong to Yah, and he wants you to keep his covenant. He ain't never told you to get no religion and represent something else. Okay, what was that? Let me see. Let me see if I want. Let me see if oh yeah, I got to read it. Yeah, Deuteronomy 5. Start the first verse. Got that.
Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 1.
Yeah, buddy. Okay.
And Moses called all Israel and said unto them,
This is what Moses said to all the 12 tribes of Israel, including us.
Hear, O Israel.
He told us to hear, O Israel, talking to us only, the Hebrew, black man in America and woman.
The statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that ye may learn them.
That's right, learn them.
And keep and do them.
And you're supposed to keep them and do them.
Yahweh our Elohim made a covenant with us in Horeb.
He made a covenant with us and nothing else. He made a covenant.
Yahweh made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day.
That's right.
Yahweh talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire.
He talked with us he talked to Moses face to face.
I stood when Yahweh at that time to show you the word of Yahweh, for ye were afraid by reason of the fire, and went not up into the mount, saying, I am Yahweh the Elohim.
The first law he made, I am Yahweh the Elohim,
which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have none other deities before me.
Now that's what's in his covenant. The first commandment of the covenant, you ain't supposed to have no other God before me. That kills the Quran, the New Testament, the church, and crosses that kills everything and everybody. So anything you say, don't put no God before him. Read.
Thou shalt not make thee any graven image.
And when you go up in the church or a Muslim mosque, they full of graven images.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
That's right. The sun, the moon, the stars, the clouds.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Anything that's on this earth, don't make no image of it.
Or that is in the waters beneath the earth.
A fish, a shark, or octopus, or none of that.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them.
And you ain't got no business bowing down and worship none of this junk.
Nor serve them.
That's right. You ain't got no business serving them.
For I, Yahweh the Elohim, am a jealous Elohim.
Yahweh say he jealous. So when you put a cross on, go to church, and talk about JC and the Muslim God, he jealous.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
These people that hate Yahweh.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
And the only way you can love Yahweh is keep his commandments. He say, love them to keep his commandments. That's the covenant right there. The covenant is the commandments, and the commandments is the covenant. Read.
Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh the Elohim in vain.
And how you take his name in vain? By calling up on another deity, another God. That's how you take his name in vain. and not counting on Yah, but counting on somebody else.
For Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
That's right.
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it,
You're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day and sanctifying it right now.
as Yahweh the Elohim have commanded thee.
And that's what Yahweh wanted us to do, to keep the Sabbath, not go to church, not worship Sunday, not do this junk that these people do today, these lies that they do.
6 days thou shalt labor,
He give you 6 days to go to work.
and do all thy work.
Then you do all your work in 6 days at the job.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh the Elohim.
The Sabbath day, the 7th day belong to Yah. That's his day.
And it thou shalt not do any work,
You ain't supposed to boil an egg, wash dishes, mop the floor, make your bed up, on the phone. You ain't supposed to do no work.
thou, nor thy son,
Your son,
nor thy daughter,
your daughter,
nor thy manservant,
your servant that work for you,
nor thy maidservant,
the woman that work for you,
nor thine ox,
ain't got no business working your animals.
nor thine ass,
Don't do it.
nor any of thy cattle,
Don't work your animals.
nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
If you got a Gentile staying with you, a Puerto Rican, a white man, or a Mexican, or Ethiopian, or anybody, they supposed to sit down. Ain't nobody supposed to do no work.
That thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou.
Everybody supposed to rest.
And remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that Yahweh the Elohim brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by stretched out arm. Therefore Yahweh the Elohim commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day.
He commanded us to keep the Sabbath day once a week. Read.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Honor your parents. When they tell you to wash the dishes, you get up and wash them. Take out the garbage, you take out the garbage. Don't wait 15, 20 minutes later talking about you playing a game. You supposed to honor your father and your mother.
As Yahweh thy Elohim have commanded thee,
And this was a command.
that thy days may be prolonged.
You will live a long time if you honor your father and mother. If you don't, you're going to get killed.
And that it may go well with thee
It'll go well with thee when you obey your parents.
in the land which Yahweh the Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder,
You ain't got no business murdering nobody for no reason.
neither shalt thou commit adultery.
Don't commit adultery. When you go to church, you commit adultery. When you mess with another man's wife, you commit adultery.
Neither shalt thou steal.
You ain't got no business stealing nothing. Only thing you can steal is food to eat. And when you get hungry, when you leave out that store, you can't put nothing in your pocket. You can eat. The one of the laws say you can eat long as you're in the store and get full, but you can't walk out the grocery store with an apple in your bag or a banana. But you can sit there and eat. That's the only thing that the Most High allows to steal is food, and you got to eat it right then and there. You can't put nothing in your pocket and carry it away with you. Read.
Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Bearing false witness against your neighbor. That means telling lies on people. Lying and throwing people under the bus. Lying. You ain't got no business doing that. That's in the covenant of the law.
Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife.
You ain't got no business wanting your neighbor's motorcycle, his car, his wife, his house. Read.
Neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house,
Don't want your neighbor's house,
his field,
his field.
or his maids.
Don't want his servants,
or his maidservant,
his maid servant,
his ox,
his animals.
or his ass,
That's right.
or anything that is thy neighbor's.
Don't want none of nobody else. You go bad yourself. Don't want to desire and take something from somebody else, fool.
These words Yahweh spake unto you. These words Yahweh spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a great voice. And he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone, and delivered them unto me.
Okay, I think that's all I needed right there. Okay, now let's get to Deuteronomy 31. Yeah, 31. Start the 9th verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 9. And Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant of Yahweh,
The covenant of Yah.
and unto all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel is come to appear before Yahweh the Elohim in the place which he shall choose,
That's which is in Jerusalem.
thou shalt read this law before all Israel in their hearing.
That's right.
Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy strangers that is within thy gates, that they may hear,
That everybody may hear.
and that they may learn,
That everybody may learn
and fear Yahweh your Elohim,
and fear Yahweh their Elohim.
and observe to do all the words of this law.
And to do all the words of the law. That's all. Yeah. Okay, read. You can read. Yeah.
And that their children, which have not known anything, may hear and learn to fear Yahweh your Elohim, as long as ye live in the land whether ye go over Jordan to possess it.
Okay, that's all I need. All right, then. Let's go to Joshua. Let's see. Joshua. Okay, Joshua chapter 7. Joshua 7 and 10.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned,
Israel have sinned,
and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them.
and they also have broken Yahweh's covenant.
For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen,
They have been thieves and robbers, stealing.
and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff.
There's the thing that they had stole, they put it with their stuff.
Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were cursed.
We got cursed for stealing.
Neither will I be with you anymore,
Yahweh ain't gonna be with us no more when you do that.
except you destroy the accursed from among you.
Get rid of the cursed people. That's right. Eliminate the cursed people. Okay, go to 1 King. Okay, 1 Kings 19 and 14. Yeah.
1 Kings chapter 19, verse 14. And he said, I have been very jealous for Yahweh Elohim of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken my covenant,
They have broken Yahweh's covenant,
thrown down thy altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life.
Yahweh, people are always breaking Yahweh's law. I mean, breaking Yahweh's covenant. Okay, let's go to 2 Kings. No, 2 Kings 17. And start the 35th verse.
2 Kings chapter 17, verse 35. With whom Yahweh had made a covenant,
Yahweh made a covenant
and charged them,
and charged us.
saying, ye shall not fear other deities,
He told us don't go to church into a Muslim mosque and believe in the Quran and the New Testament, because that's where them other guys at.
nor bow yourselves to them,
Don't bow down to these people, this junk.
nor serve them,
Don't serve them
nor sacrifice to them.
and do sacrifices to them.
But Yahweh, who brought you out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm,
That's what Yahweh did for us.
him shall ye fear,
We supposed to fear Yahweh only,
and him shall ye worship,
worship Yahweh only,
and to him shall ye do sacrifice.
and do sacrifice to Yahweh only.
And the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandment which he wrote for you,
He wrote for us.
ye shall observe to do forevermore,
Do it all the way to the graveyard.
and ye shall not fear other deities.
And we ain't got no business talking about the New Testament, the Quran, the Hadith, and these other books.
And the covenant that I have made with you, ye shall not forget.
He made a covenant with us. He never gave us a religion. Moses went up on Mount Sinai to give 10 commandments, not 10 different denominations or 10 different religions. Read that again.
And the covenant that I have made with you, ye shall not forget.
We ain't supposed to get the covenant of Yah. And we have when we got to America. We've been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, tricked. How they forget the covenant of Yah? They call themselves Kemet, Ethiopians, Christian, Islam, Moors, Rastafarians, Hindu, Buddhism, Catholic, Baptist, Democrat, Republican, Mormon, and Methodist. That's what they call themselves today. That's how you forgot his covenant. Read.
Neither shall ye fear other deities.
And don't fear these other gods.
But Yahweh your Elohim ye shall fear.
You so only supposed to fear Yah. Because when he bring that mud storm, mudslide, hurricane, flood, earthquake, drought, when he do it with that weather, you supposed to fear him. Because he the only one controls the weather. Nobody but Yah. Read.
And he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies.
And Yahweh going to deliver you out of all the hand of your enemy when you obey him. Only when you obey him, he going to make sure don't nobody put a hand on you. Touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. That's what the book say. Read.
Howbeit they did not hearken.
They didn't listen. Because they called themselves an Egyptologist, Kemet, and a Christian and everything else. They didn't listen.
But they did after their former manner.
They did just like everybody else. I'm a Baptist. I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. I'm a this and I'm a that. Read.
So these nations fear Yahweh.
They fear Yah because when he bring that thunderstorm in and the tree fall on your house, you're going to fear him then.
And serve their graven images.
But they still had a picture on the wall of somebody else.
Both their children and their children's children, as did their fathers, so do they unto this day.
They still doing it right now today. Going to church, wearing a cross, got a picture of a hippie on the stick on their wall. They still doing this retarded stuff today. Ain't learned nothing. Okay, that was 2 Kings. Okay, let's see. 2 Kings. Okay. I want 1 Chronicles. Yeah, 1 Chronicles. 16 and 11. Start at the 11th verse.
1 Chronicles chapter 16, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Seek Yahweh in strength.
Seek Yahweh in strength.
Seek his face continually.
That's right.
Remember his marvelous works that he have done.
Remember everything that Yahweh have done with the weather, his marvelous works.
His wonders and the judgments of his mouth.
That's right.
O ye seed of Israel, his servant.
We are the servants of Yah. Israel, his servant.
Ye children of Jacob.
That's right.
His chosen ones.
We are the chosen ones of Yah.
He is Yahweh Elohim.
He is our God. Yahweh is his name, and that's our God.
His judgments are in all the earth.
His judgment in all the earth.
Be ye mindful always of his covenant.
Be mindful of his covenant always.
The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
To 1,000 generations. Read.
Even of the covenant which he made with Abraham.
Abraham.
And of his oath unto Isaac.
Iscah.
And have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law.
Yaakov.
And to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
To Israel for an everlasting covenant. That's what he gave us, a covenant. He didn't give us no religion. I ain't read yet where he said anything about a religion or going to church and wearing a cross. That means you're a retarded fool if you do it. That's right. If you're doing any of that. Okay, let's go to Psalm. That's how you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked and tricked. Because you're doing everything what the Old Testament say do. He said get a covenant. He made a covenant. He didn't make nothing else with you. You following the Gentiles and somebody else when you do that jump. Okay, 25 and Psalms 25 and 10.
Psalms chapter 25, verse 10. All the paths of Yahweh are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies.
That keep his covenant and testimony. Skip on down to 14.
Verse 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him,
The secret is with them that fear him.
and he will show them his covenant.
He gonna show the righteous his covenant. He have showed me his covenant. He have showed the brothers and sisters on his covenant. He gonna show you his covenant, but he ain't never showed you a religion. That's you got that from somebody else, from a man. That's right. Psalms 89. So why would you call yourself a religious person and go to church? And the book ain't never told you to do that. 89 and 3. Psalm 89 and 3.
Psalm chapter 89, verse 3. I have made a covenant with my chosen.
He have made a covenant with his chosen. Let's find out who his chosen is, y'all.
I have sworn to David my servant.
He have sworn to David his servant, show me for $1,000 where Yahweh made a covenant with any man or woman in the New Testament. I'm going to give you $1,000 if you can show me where Yahweh made a covenant with any man or any woman in the New Testament. That's right. Read that again.
I have made a covenant with my chosen.
With my chosen.
I have sworn to David my servant.
And he has sworn to David his servant. That's right. Psalms 103. Now, he ain't made no covenant with nobody but us. And if you show it to me, you get paid. If he did it with somebody else. Okay. If you want some money, you can get paid today. Okay. Psalm 103. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Psalm 103, 17.
Psalm chapter 103, verse 17. But the mercy of Yahweh is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him.
His mercy is from everlasting to everlasting, the one that fear him.
And his righteousness unto children's children.
That's right.
To such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them.
His covenant and his commandments to do them. Read it again.
To such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them.
That's right, to do them. Psalm 105. That's right. It's all about the covenant. Okay, Psalm 105, start the 4th verse.
Psalm chapter 105, verse 4. Seek Yahweh and his strength. Seek his face evermore. Remember his marvelous works that he have done, his wonders, and the judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Abraham his servant, ye children of Jacob his chosen. He is Yahweh Elohim. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
That's right, to 1,000 generations. That's right.
Which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for everlasting covenant.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, the everlasting covenant. Okay, let me see. Let's go to Psalm 130. Okay, Psalm 132. Yeah, in 11.
Psalm chapter 132, verse 11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David.
He is sworn into truth unto David.
He will not turn from it.
And he ain't going to forget about or turn from it.
Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne.
That's right.
If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them.
And they didn't do it. That's when we ain't on top. He said, if the children keep the covenant, keep Yahweh's covenant and his testimony, and never teach them,
their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore.
And they didn't do it.
For Yahweh have chosen Zion. He have desired it for his habitation.
Okay, that's all I need. Yeah, that's true. That was Psalm 32. Let me go to, let's see. I think I'm Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 11. Yeah, start Jeremiah 11 and start at the first verse.
Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 1.
Yeah.
The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, hear ye the words of this covenant.
Hear the words of this covenant.
And speak unto the men of Judah.
Talking about the tribe of Judah.
and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem,
Right.
and say thou unto them,
This what you tell them.
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel,
Thus said Yah.
Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant,
Cursed be any man that don't obey the covenant of the law. Cursed be any man. Read that again.
and say thou unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant,
That's right.
which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice and do them,
Obey Yahweh's voice. That's what we're supposed to be doing, not obeying no man.
according to all which I command you, so shall ye be my people, and I will be your Elohim.
That's right. He's going to be our Elohim. Now skip on down to 10 verse.
Verse 10, They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words,
Which refused to hear Yahweh's word.
and they went after other deities to serve them.
And they went to church and to the Muslim mosque anyway.
The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers.
And they still breaking Yahweh's covenant today. Why? Because they ain't keeping none of his laws, his statutes, his precepts, his judgment commandment. They going to church getting a pimp 10% of their money. That's how they breaking Yahweh's covenant. Okay, that was all the 10. You read all that?
Yeah.
Okay then. Jeremiah 31. Jeremiah 31. And 31 and 31.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Now he gonna make a new covenant with us. The day has come. This ain't happened yet because this day ain't come. But when this day come, he gonna make a new covenant with us.
Now according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
And meaning he ain't gonna write the new covenant. The new covenant gonna be written in your heart, and the old covenant is on table of stone. That's the only difference. He didn't change the law. He took it off the stones and put it in your heart. Read.
Which my covenant they break.
We broke his covenant. Right now we still breaking it.
Although I was a husband unto them,
Yahweh was our husband. He married to us.
saith Yahweh.
Yahweh married us.
But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
This gonna be the covenant that I make with the new covenant that I make with the 12 tribes of Israel.
After those days,
After those days,
saith Yahweh,
Yahweh said it.
I will put my law in their inward parts,
I'm gonna put my law inside of them. Inside of them. Read.
and write it in their hearts,
And write it up on your heart.
and will be their Elohim,
He gonna be our God.
and they shall be my people.
And we gonna be his people.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor,
We ain't gonna be on the internet teaching no more because we're gonna have a law within ourselves. We ain't gonna be teaching no more. Y'all brothers on the internet, y'all ain't got to teach no more. I ain't gonna be teaching no more. That means this ain't happened yet. Read.
and every man his brother,
And I ain't gonna be teaching every man to my brother.
saying, Know Yahweh,
I ain't gonna have to tell you about Yah.
for they shall all know me,
Everybody in the world gonna know Yah. When this happen, everybody in the world gonna know Yah. You ain't gonna know no Buddha, Allah, and all of JC. You ain't gonna know them no more. Everybody gonna know Yah. Read.
from the least of them unto the greatest
From
of
the
them,
smallest to the greatest. Read.
saith Yahweh,
Yahweh said it. I didn't tell it to you. I'm showing it to you. Read.
for I will forgive their iniquity,
I'm gonna forgive everything they ever did wrong.
and I will remember their sin no more.
I ain't gonna remember when you used to steal, lie, go to church, believe in a picture, wear a cross. He ain't gonna believe it. He ain't gonna read that again.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor,
What verse is that?
34,
Okay.
and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they shall all know me,
That's right. Read.
from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity,
He gonna forgive your sins, everything that you ever did. Yahweh gonna forgive your sins.
and I will remember their sin no more.
And he ain't gonna remember what you used to do. He ain't gonna remember that. That's right. That's all I'm talking about. Okay, go to Deuteronomy 30. Something I forgot. Deuteronomy 30. Let me see. 30 and let's see. 30 and start the 5th verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh thy Elohim will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And Yahweh thy Elohim will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed to love Yahweh thy Elohim with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And Yahweh thy Elohim will put all these curses upon thy enemies,
Upon your enemies,
and on them that hate thee,
and everybody that hates you.
which persecuted thee.
That's right, they got over on you.
And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh,
We're going to return and obey the voice of our Yah,
and do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
and do all his commandments.
And Yahweh the Elohim will make thee plenteousness in every work of thy hand,
Then you're going to have plenty of everything.
in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land, for good. For Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good,
He going to do it again. He going to rejoice over us to do it again.
as he rejoiced over thy fathers.
Just like he did with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
And thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh the Elohim,
If we listen to Yahweh,
to keep his commandments and his statutes which
keep
are written in
his
this book.
commandment. Read that slow.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which are written in this book of the law.
Written in what book? What it say?
To keep his commandments and his statutes which are written in this book of the
In
law.
this book, read.
And if thou turn to Yahweh the Elohim with all thy heart
When you turn to him with all your heart,
and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee,
it ain't hid from you.
neither is it far off.
It ain't way over in Germany.
It is not in heaven,
It ain't up in heaven
that thou shouldest say,
that you supposed to say.
who shall go up for us to heaven?
Who gonna go to heaven to get the law, y'all? Who gonna go up to heaven making excuses? Ain't no excuses, y'all.
And bring it unto us,
And bring it to us so we can do it. The law right here. Read.
that we may hear it
Read. Making excuses.
and do it.
Making excuses.
Neither is it beyond the sea,
It ain't in the Mississippi River. It ain't in the Atlantic. It ain't in the sea. It ain't in the ocean. That's a lie. Read.
that thou shouldest say,
That you gonna say,
who shall go over the sea for us,
who gonna go over in the sea to get the law
and bring it unto us,
and bring the law into us?
that we may hear it
Then we can hear it and do it.
and do it.
Excuses.
But the word is very nigh to thee,
The word right here. You ain't got to go nowhere to get it. It's right here. Read.
in thy mouth
In the mouth, popping corn.
and in thy heart,
In my heart.
that thou mayest do it.
Do it.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good,
Life and good
and death and evil,
and death and evil. Let's see what it say.
and that I command thee this day to love Yahweh the Elohim,
Love Yahweh down to him.
to walk in his ways,
Walk in his ways.
and to keep his commandments,
Keep
and
his
statutes,
commandments.
and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
Live and multiply.
And Yahweh the Elohim shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear,
But if you turn away and you don't want to hear nothing about the commandments,
but shall be drawn away
and you go to church
and worship other deities
and worship JC and Buddha and Allah,
and serve them,
and you serve them, watch what's going to happen to you now. When you call yourself got a religion,
I denounce unto you this day
Yahweh said, I denounce unto you this day.
that ye shall surely perish.
You surely going to hell and you're going to die. Coronavirus and everything else, Yahweh going to kill you some kind of way. Read.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon
And
the
you
land,
ain't going to live no long time in the land.
where thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
That's right. The book popping it. Read.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you,
Yahweh using the heaven to record everything you doing and saying right now today against you,
that I have set before you life and death,
a blessing and a curse.
blessing and cursing.
That's right.
Therefore choose life,
That's right. Choose the commandments, because that's life.
that both thou and thy seed may live,
That's right.
that thou mayest love Yahweh the Elohim,
And that's the only way that you can love Yahweh the Elohim is do what he say do. Obey his laws.
and that thou mayest obey his voice,
Obey his voice. When he tell you to do something, do it.
and that thou mayest cleave unto him,
Get next to Yah.
for he is thy life,
He the one woke you up this morning. Why would you listen to what the Quran and the New Testament and the Book of the Dead and all them other clown books? No, sir. Read.
and the length of thy days,
He the one got you living you 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. Yahweh got your death day and your birthday. Read.
that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yahweh swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them.
That's right. Okay, go back to Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. 7 and here's my 7 and oh yeah, 7 and 23.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, Obey my voice,
Obey Yahweh's voice.
and I will be your Elohim.
Then he gonna be your God.
And ye shall be my people,
Then we're gonna be his people.
and walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
That's right.
But they hearken not,
But the people didn't listen. They got a religion. That's mean they didn't listen. They got a religion.
nor incline their ear.
They didn't want to hear it. I ain't got time for that. I'm going to put on my Easter suit and I'm going to church and praise the hippie on the stick. Read.
But walk in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart.
They did what they want to do. They evil heart, because when you disobey the Yahweh's covenant, you got an evil heart.
And went backward,
And you went backwards.
and not forward.
You didn't go to Genesis. You went to Matthew. You went backwards instead of to Genesis. You starting off in Matthew's. You supposed to read the front of the book to the back, not the middle of the book to the back, fool. That's all I needed. Let me see. Let me see if this is what I want right quick. Let me see. No, I ain't got to have that. Now let's go to let's go to Judges. Oh yeah, I forgot to look over the word religion too. I can do that in a minute. Let me see. Judges. Yeah, go to Judges. Almost somebody there. Okay. Okay. Judges chapter 2. Start at the 11th verse, chapter 2, verse 11.
Judges chapter 2, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of Yahweh,
Did evil in the sight of Yah.
and served false deity.
And they went to church and wore a cross and got baptized.
And they forsook Yahweh Elohim of their fathers.
And they forsook, because there ain't nowhere in this book where he told us to get a religion or go to church and wear a cross.
Which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
And who you think brought you out of the land of Egypt? Our forefathers. Yahweh did it.
And followed other deities.
And you still followed out of you. Call yourself Egyptologist or Kemet. And what's some other ones? What was that other one? A Rastafarian.
Of the deities of the people that were around about them.
And you call yourself a Christian because that's all you surrounded by. I'm a Christian. I'm a newborn. I'm a born again Christian. I'm a Baptist. Whatever. Read.
And bowed themselves unto them and provoked Yahweh to anger.
And you gonna provoke Yahweh to anger when you call yourself a Christian and anything else?
And they forsook Yahweh
And they forgot about Yah who brought them out of the land of Egypt.
and served false deity and false deity.
And they serve false God after first God. All these people on this list serve some junk.
And the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel.
And you wonder why the Almighty stay mad at the black man and the black woman in America. Something always happening to us. Why? Because you ain't keeping Yahweh's covenant. Every time you turn the news on, it's something that happened to a black person. Every day, all day. Why? They don't keep the covenant. Read.
And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them.
He gonna deliver you to the enemies.
And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about.
And that's right, y'all. That's what Yahweh gonna do when you don't keep his covenant.
So that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
That's right. He gonna make it where the enemy gonna get over on you.
Whithersoever they went out, the hand of Yahweh was against them for evil.
Y'all hand gonna be against us for evil. Why? Because you talking about you got a religion.
As Yahweh has said, and as Yahweh has sworn to them, and they were greatly distressed.
Greatly distressed.
Nevertheless, Yahweh raised up judges.
He raised up judges
which delivered them out of the hand of those that spoiled them.
that robbed them and got over on them.
And yet they would not hearken unto their judges.
They would not listen to the leaders, the judges.
But they went whoring after other deities.
Our people love to serve somebody else's God, just like today. We love to serve somebody. Well, I ain't include myself in no we. Y'all love to serve somebody else's God. Read.
And bow themselves unto them.
And love to bow down. All you talk about in church is JC, Hamashiach, Yahshua, JC, Hamashiach, Yahshua. You sing to him all day, every Sunday and Wednesday in church. Read.
They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of Yahweh, but they did not so. And when Yahweh raised them up judges, then Yahweh was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge.
That's right. What verse you at?
18.
Okay.
For it repented Yahweh because of their groanings by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them.
Complaining.
And it came to pass, when the judge was dead, that they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers.
Every time our leaders die, when leaders die, they go AWOL. These black folks go crazy. Go back to what's in their heart, the religion. They'll do good long as you living, but as soon as you die, them niggas they gonna play a game. Oh, they gonna play a game. They love Yahweh today. Yeah, how about Yah? Ooh. When I die, boy, they going the other way. But that's how I do. When Moses died, the people did something else. When Brother Elisha died, the people went and did something else. When Brother Caleb Israel died, the people went and played a game. So every time the leaders die, they're going to play a game. That's right. It ain't in their heart. They perpetrating fraud. Read that again. Start over.
And it came to pass, when the judge was dead,
when the judge is dead,
that they returned.
They start back going to church and laying across and eating pork chops and ham hocks and celebrate Thanksgiving and bringing trees in the house. They went back to that.
And corrupted themselves more than their fathers.
And they was worse than their fathers.
And following other deities to serve them.
And got to talk about JC again. He the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. You got to go through him. He died 2,000 years ago. They got to talk that kind of talk again.
And to bow down unto them.
And they bow down to that.
They ceased not from their own doing.
They didn't stop.
Nor from their stubborn way.
But they were stubborn way. They kept on playing games.
And the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel.
And Yahweh was mad at the children of Israel.
And he said, because that this people have transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers.
Because these people stopped keeping my covenant.
And have not hearkened unto my voice.
And stopped listening to my voice.
I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died.
That's right.
That through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of Yahweh to walk therein, as their fathers did keep it, or not. Therefore Yahweh left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua.
Okay, yeah, that's all I needed on that. Okay, now I didn't look up the word religion. Okay. No, look up what that Baptist say.
Baptism, a ritual practice in the New Testament church that is still used in various forms of different denominations and branches of the Christian church.
The New Testament, the Christian church. Because listen, anybody on the internet can get $500. If you can show me the word religion in the Old Testament, I'm gonna give you $500. That's the question. Show me religion in the Old Testament, $500. Get paid. Read.
Baptism involves the application of water to the body of a person. It is frequently thought of as an act by which the believer enters the fellowship of the church. Widely differing interpretations of the act exist among Christian groups.
Christian groups. Okay, now let me ask a question. How many times religion in the New Testament? Can anybody tell me how many times the word religion is in the New Testament? That's the question before I go to it. Can anybody tell me how many times the word religion is in the New Testament? Can anybody out there tell me how many times that the word religion is in the New Testament? I'm going to give y'all a few minutes and then I'm going to get to it. Do anybody know? Yeah, James 1:20. That's one place. That's right. That's one. Okay, you found. Okay, well, let me show you some more places. Go to Acts. Go to Acts 26 and 5. That's right, Roster here, 1:26, James. That's right. Go to Acts 26 and 5. It's in Acts 26 and 5. Now ask yourself, why can you find the word religion in the New Testament and not the Old Testament? I'm gonna tell you about it. Read.
Acts chapter 26, verse 5.
What did it say?
Which knew me from the beginning, if they would testify that after the most straightest sect of our religion, I lived at Pharisees.
Our religion, started by a man. Our religion. Go to Galatians. Go to Galatians chapter 1. Galatians 1, 13 and 14. Yeah, Galatians chapter 1, verse 13.
Galatians chapter 1, verse 16.
No, I say 13 and 14.
Oh, Galatians chapter 1, verse 13. For ye have heard of my conversation in times past in the Jews' religion, how that beyond
Jews,
measure,
that's a lie, y'all, because the Jews ain't got no religion. So that's a lie. Jew ain't got no religion. They got a cut. We are covenant people. I just showed you 1,000 places. Read.
How that beyond measure I persecuted the church of God and wasted it, and profited in the Jews' religion above many my equals in my own nation, being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my fathers.
That's a lie. Jews ain't got no religion. Now go to Galatians. Go to James 1:26, like the brother said. Now we found religion in the New Testament 3 times. James, the book of James 1:26 and 27.
James chapter 1, verse 26.
Right.
If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Pure religion and undefiled.
Ain't no such thing as a pure religion. That's a lie. What they say about it?
Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this.
That's a lie. Ain't no such thing, no pure religion.
to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
Yeah, right. In other words, the religion is in the New Testament 3 times. Now, why come the word religion is in the New Testament and not the Old Testament? Why? Somebody tell me why you can find it in the New Testament and not the Old Testament. Why? That's my next question. Why come you can find the word religion in the New Testament, not the Old Testament? You know the reason why? Why come you can find in the New Testament, not the Old Testament?
What could you find the word religion?
What
was the question again?
Okay, why can you find the word religion in the New Testament and not the Old Testament? That's right, Rostar here. Rostar here hit the nail on the head. Boy, you're a cold piece of work. Rostar here say because we are a covenant people and not a religious people. There you go, partner. Hebrew. That's right. Hey, boy, you popping corn, Hebrew. Yes, sir. That's a true statement and a fact. That mean your religion ain't worth 2 dead flies. When you got a religion that ain't worth 2 dead flies, according to Yah. Okay, CC say go to Ezekiel 20. Okay, Ezekiel 20 and what, sister? Yeah, that brother right. Rostar Hill was right. 100% right. Now, CC say go to Ezekiel 20. What verse, sister? 20 and what? You just got 20 up there, Nick. And then we're gonna go to okay, Rostar, y'all hold up. Let's get CC out the way. Ezekiel 20, and I need a verse, sister. Mm-hmm. What you need?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Oh, okay. Either chapter. Let me see. 20. Go to Ezekiel 20. Let me see. I might can guess what you're talking about. Let me get 20. Let me see. Ezekiel 20. Let's see. What about 20 and 18? Let's try 20 and 18. Maybe she be talking about that.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 18. But I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers.
Don't do like your forefathers did, broke the law.
Neither observe their judgments.
That's right.
Nor defile yourselves with their idols.
That's right, with their idols. Keep reading.
I am Yahweh your Elohim.
That's who he is.
Walk in my statutes.
Do what Yahweh say do. Don't get no religion.
And keep my judgments.
And don't get no religion.
And do them. And hallow my Sabbaths.
Hallow his Sabbaths.
And they shall be a sign between me and you.
That's a sign between Yahweh and his people.
That ye may know that I am Yahweh your Elohim.
That's how you gonna know that you serving a true and living God.
Notwithstanding the children rebelled against me.
They rebelled against Yah.
They walked not in my statutes.
They didn't walk in his statute. They went to church, got baptized, wore a cross, ate pork chop, celebrated every pagan holiday in the world, went to a mosque of Mars, did everything that the wicked do. Read.
Neither kept my judgments to do them.
They didn't do none of that.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
He gonna live in them.
They polluted my Sabbath.
They broke all his Sabbath days.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them.
Yahweh gonna pour up his fury upon them.
To accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness.
And he gonna do it.
Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I will scatter them among the heathen.
And that's what he did, scatter us among the Gentiles today.
And dispersed them through the country.
All through the United States.
Because they had not executed my judgments.
Because we didn't do Yahweh's judgments.
But had despised my statutes.
And we hated, and y'all hated his statutes.
And have polluted my Sabbath.
And have polluted Yahweh's Sabbaths.
And their eyes were after their father's idols.
And their eyes went after their father. They went to church.
Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good.
I gave them statutes that was not good. I gave you the New Testament. I gave you the Quran. I gave you a religion. I gave you all this junk.
And judgments whereby they should not live.
And judgment you ain't right there, CC. And judgment that you ain't supposed to be living by. You ain't supposed to be living by no New Testament, no Quran, no Noble Drew Ali, no Hadith, no Book of the Dead, none of that junk. Boy, you popping it, CC. Read that again.
Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good.
I gave you the New Testament because I know that's what you love. I gave you Quran because I know that's what you love. I gave you all these other books that weren't worth two dead flies, nor it wasn't no good for you, but you wanted it anyway. Read.
And judgments whereby they should not live.
And you ain't supposed to live by this junk.
And
that's all I needed. That's right. You ain't supposed to live by this junk. Now, we are a covenant people and not a religious people. So if you got a religion, that means you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, a fool, and tricked. I don't care who you is. A black man and a black woman ain't got no business. I'm a Kemet. I'm an Egyptologist. I'm a Christian. I'm Islam. I'm a Mo. I'm a Rastafarian. I'm a Hindu. I'm a Buddhism. I'm a Catholic. I'm a Baptist. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a Mormon. I'm a Methodist. A Methodist. Any of that junk. And there's more of them. I can't remember all of them. That's how to read it down. But I can't remember everything. Okay, Lena Zata, come on with it. He said, okay, I have a question for you today, teacher. Okay, Lena Zata, come on with it, Hebrew. Hey, brother. Hey, we ain't talking about no King David today. So I wish you quit even texting on this internet. We ain't talking about King David today. We talking about we are a covenant people. Stick to the book. I'm talking about apples and you talking about peaches and pears and oranges. Listen, we talking about the covenant. We are covenant people. Okay. Go to Isaiah 29 and 13.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13.
Oh, let me see. Oh. Hey, boy. Hey, Ross. Okay. That's cold-blooded. But let's bag up to number 9. And then I'm gonna come on down to 13. I know exactly what you're talking about. Rasta here say go to Isaiah 29 and 13, but I'm gonna bag it up. Let's go to 9. Start at 9.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 9.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Stave yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken.
They are drunken.
But not with wine.
They ain't drunk off no wine. They drunk off the New Testament and the Quran and the mother book. They ain't drunk no wine. Read.
They stagger.
They stagger.
But not with strong drink.
They ain't had no Kavase, Hennessy, and Crown Royal. Not that kind of drunk. He ain't talking about the drinking drunk. Read.
For Yahweh have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Yahweh have brainwashed you, bamboozled you, tricked you, and hoodwinked you because your heart ain't right. That's right, you popping corn. Your heart ain't right. Read.
And have closed your eyes.
He closed your eyes, you dumb as a box of rocks, can't see and understand nothing. Read.
The prophets and your rulers, the seers have he covered.
He covered.
And the vision of all has become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed,
That is sealed.
which men deliver to one that is learned,
One that is learned.
saying,
Read this.
read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot,
I can't now. I ain't worried about that. I ain't thinking about what he's talking about.
for it is sealed.
It's sealed.
And the book is delivered to him that is not learned,
It is not learned.
saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned.
I ain't learned. I don't understand.
Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
They always talk about I love Yah, I love God. You a lie. Read. That's what you. This your verse here.
and with their lips do honor me,
They honor with their lip. They pray. Oh, talk about Yah. Watch this though.
but have removed their heart far from me.
Your heart ain't with Yah, fool. Your heart with. Let me see. This who they heart with. Oh, this book ain't even. Your heart with that. Your heart with that. Your heart with all these religions. Your heart with all that. Read it. Boy, that's corn right there. You read it again.
Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
Talking about Yah.
and with their lips do honor me,
They only with their lips.
but have removed their heart far from me,
And your heart ain't with Yah. Your heart with the New Testament and the Quran.
and their fear toward me is thought by the precept of men.
Of men. A man taught you was a Christian, a Baptist, a Methodist, a Jehovah's Witness. Boy, you popping it, Lena's office. Yes, sir. A man told them that they was a Christian and a Muslim. Y'all didn't tell you that. Y'all said my people is under covenant. That's right. Who started the Hebrews? Go to Isaiah. We're going to show you who started it. Who started the Israelites? I'm going to show you who started it. Okay, go to Isaiah 43. We're going to find out who started the Israelites. Let's see if a man did it. Read. First verse.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. But now thus saith Yahweh that created thee,
Yahweh the one created us. Yah. Read.
O Jacob,
Oh, Jacob.
and he that formed thee, O Israel.
That's right.
Fear not, for I have redeemed thee.
I have delivered them.
I have called thee by thy name.
Yahweh the one called us by our name. And what else he say?
Thou art mine.
You man. We belong to Yah. Read it again. We belong to Yah. Read it again.
But now thus saith Yahweh that created thee,
Y'all the one created the Hebrew Israelites.
O Jacob,
Oh, Jacob.
and he that formed thee,
He the one for, oh, Israel.
O Israel.
That's right.
Fear not,
We ain't scared of nobody.
for I have redeemed thee.
I deliver you.
I have called thee by thy name.
Yahweh called it by the name. Read.
Thou art mine.
We belong to Yah. Read.
When thou passest through the water,
When you pass it in the water,
I will be with thee,
I'm going to make sure you don't drown.
and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee.
You ain't going to drown when you with Yah.
When thou walkest through the fire,
When you're in an abandoned building or a house on fire,
thou shalt not be burned,
you ain't going to burn up because Yah with you.
neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
That's right. The fire ain't going to do nothing to you when you belong to Yah and obey his covenant. Read.
For I am Yahweh thy Elohim,
That's right. Read.
the Holy One of Israel,
The Holy One. Read.
thy Savior.
He the only one can save us. Read.
I gave Egypt for thy ransom,
I kill people for you.
Ethiopia and Seba for thee,
That's right.
since thou wast precious in my sight.
We was precious in the eyes of Yah.
Thou hast been honorable,
We have been honorable when you obey the covenant.
and I have loved thee.
Yahweh say he love us.
Therefore will I give men for thee,
I'm going to kill people about my people. That's what you say. I'm going to kill people about Yahweh's people. Read.
and people for thy life.
I'm going to take their life when they mess with a Hebrew Israelite that's 100.
Fear not,
Don't be scared of nobody.
For I am with thee.
Yahweh with me, y'all.
I will bring thy seed from the east.
That's right.
And gather thee from the west.
That's right.
I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far.
Bring my sons with the S on the end from far. We ain't the only begotten son. He got a land full of sons. Read.
And my daughters from the ends of the earth.
And he got daughters. He got sons and he got daughters. The Hebrew Israelites, not no Christian fool. Read.
Even everyone that is called by my name.
We call by Israel, Hebrew Israelite. We call by the name of Yah, his people, Israel. Read.
For I created him for my glory.
I created Yah wish I created the Hebrews. That's who started us. That's who created the Hebrew. Yah. Read.
I have formed him.
I formed him.
Yea, I have made him.
I made him. I didn't make no Christian. He didn't make no Kemet, no Egyptologist. He didn't make no Christian. He didn't make no Muslim. He didn't make no Moor. He didn't make no Rastafarian. He didn't make no Hindu. He didn't make no Buddha. He didn't make no Catholic. He didn't make no Baptist. He didn't make no Democrat. He didn't make no Republican. He didn't make no Mormon. He didn't make no Methodist. He didn't do none of that. Read.
Bring forth the blind people that have eyes.
Everybody that got eyes can't see and understand.
And the deaf that have ears.
And the people that can't hear.
Let all the nations be gathered together.
That's right.
And let the people be assembled.
Everybody come together.
Who among them can declare this and show us former things?
Yahweh.
Let them bring forth their witnesses.
Bring their witnesses.
That they may be justified.
Right.
Or let them hear and say, it is truth.
Watch this, y'all.
Ye are my witnesses.
He didn't say we was no Jehovah Witness. He said, ye are my witnesses. Not no Jehovah Witness. Witnesses. Read.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh called us his witnesses. He didn't never call you a Jehovah Witness, you dumb fool. Read.
And my servant whom I have chosen.
And he chose us.
That ye may know and believe me.
We may know and believe Yah and what else?
And understand that I am he.
And we understand ain't nobody but Yah.
Before me there was no Elohim formed.
Before it was nobody on earth but Yah.
Neither shall there be after me.
Ain't gonna be nobody after him.
I, even I, am Yahweh.
I'm Yah.
And beside me there is no Savior.
Ain't no Savior. Can't nobody save you but Yah. Read that again. Can't nobody help you or save you but Yah. That's the black man Hebrew God that's in America. Our God. Not the Chinese, not the Puerto Rican, not the white folk, not the Christian, not the Muslim. Nobody's God. Can't nobody save you but my God. Read it again.
I, even I, am Yahweh, and beside me there is no Savior.
Ain't no Savior. Read.
I have declared,
Yah say.
and have saved.
I'm the only one can save you, fool.
And I have showed.
I showed.
When there was no strange deity among
When
you.
there wasn't no New Testament, wasn't no Quran, wasn't no Book of the Dead, I showed when there wasn't no such thing as another God.
Therefore you are my witnesses,
We are Yahweh witnesses.
saith Yahweh,
That's right.
that I am Elohim.
He the only God. Read.
Yea, before the day was, I am he.
Before it was a day outside, I was on the scene. That's what Yahweh said. Read.
And there is none that can deliver out of my hand.
And can't nobody escape from Yah. If he gonna kill you, he gonna kill you. You can't escape from Yah. Book poverty. Read.
I will work. And
Yahweh said I work.
and who shall let it?
And can't nobody stop me. I'll send a tree, a hurricane, a mudslide, a tornado, a drought, and can't nobody stop it.
Thus saith Yahweh.
That's all I needed. That's right. Can't nobody do nothing without Yah. So if you calling up on another God, you're a retarded, zip-zap, D-A-M fool. Our God the only God can do it. That's right what I'm talking about, them fives. The book popping it. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm showing it to you in the book. It's in the book. I didn't write it. I'm representing it. I'm testifying. I'm popping corn. I don't want to hear nothing about no other God, no other book. I'm a Baptist. I'm a certified all this junk on this paper. You ain't got nothing but some junk. Now, you might not be no Hebrew Israelite, but you can be saved. I don't care. Listen, go to Isaiah 56. Let me show you that the world can be saved. But this is what you got to do, y'all. I'm not bragging on me because I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Hey, he allowed the other nations a chance too. So I don't want y'all to feel too bad. Go to Isaiah 56. Let me show you that the Gentiles can be saved, the Chinese, the Puerto Rican, the white folk, everybody can be saved. But this is the way you got to do it. You can't be saved by believing in no New Testament and going to church and wearing a cross and listen to the Pope of Rome. No, sir. You ain't going to be saved like that. That's a lie. Isaiah 56. Let me see what I want. Start the 6th verse. Now, read.
Isaiah chapter 56, verse 6. Also the sons of the stranger.
Hold up. It said also the sons of the stranger. Talking about anybody that's not a Hebrew Israelite. This ain't talking about us. This talking about the opposition. The people that ain't us. Read.
That join themselves to Yahweh.
The stranger that join themselves with Yah, Puerto Rican, white folk, Gentile, Japanese, Mexicans, Ethiopian, any of y'all that join yourself with Yah, watch this.
To serve him.
You got to serve Yah.
And to love the name of Yahweh.
And you got to love Yah's name. You got to talk about Yah and praise Yah. You got to leave the mother God's name out your mouth.
To be his servant.
You got to be a servant of Yah, not the New Testament and the Quran. Read.
Everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it.
Everybody that keep the Sabbath from polluting it. I don't care what kind of nation of people. When you keep the Sabbath, Yahweh with you. Read.
And take a hold of my covenant.
And take a hold of this covenant. You got to be circumcised. So anybody out there that's a Gentile ain't got circumcised, you better go get it did, or the Almighty gonna kill you.
Even then will I bring to my holy mountain.
I'm gonna bring the Gentile to his holy mountain.
And make them joyful in my house of prayer.
And they're gonna be joyful with us among the house of prayer. That means the Gentiles.
Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon my altar.
They're gonna be accepted just like us.
For my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people.
His house gonna be a prayer for all people. All people. Not some people, most people, but all people. So he allowed the Gentile to change. You got to keep his Sabbath. You got to love his name. You got to love Yah with all your heart. You got to stop going to church. You got to take that cross off and throw it in the garbage. You got to take that picture off your wall and burn it up, throw it in the garbage. You got to do all that if you want to serve Yah. He ain't gonna play with you. Now, that's I think that's all. Let me see if I need some more. No, that's it. Now, so the Almighty is a merciful Elohim, and He forgive people. Just because you used to be wicked, when you start doing righteous in the eyes of Yah, He will have mercy on you. I don't care who you is. And I'm gonna say this: if it's a black man, black is tar, black is cold, and he ain't obeying the covenant and laws and statutes of Yah, and you got a white man, white as snow, blue-eyed, blonde, keeping all Yahweh laws and his commandments and his statutes and judgments, he gonna choose that white man. He gonna choose whoever love him and keep his commandments. That's who he gonna do. Now, let's go to the book of Ruth. Let me show you what he did for Ruth. Well, not what Ruth did. Now, Ruth was a Moabite. She wasn't no Israelite. Let me show you what he did for Ruth. Okay. That small book. Let me see what it says. Ruth at? Where's my hand? I'm together. Huh?
Judges.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm too far there. Okay, Judge out there. Okay, got you. Okay, what I want to do. Let me see. First of all, okay, go to Ruth 1:16.
Ruth chapter 1, verse 16.
Yeah.
And Ruth said, Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee, for whither thou goest, I will go.
She told wherever I go, wherever she go, she going.
And where thou lodgest, I will lodge.
Wherever you living, I'm living.
Thy people shall be my people.
Your people gonna be my people.
And thy Elohim my Elohim.
And your God gonna be my God.
Where thou diest, will I die.
She gonna die right there with her.
And there will I be buried. Yahweh do so to me, and more also, if aught but death part thee and me.
And read and I want 2 and 2. Ruth 2 and 2.
Ruth chapter 2, verse 2. And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi.
Ruth the Moabite. Ruth was a Moabite. So she wanted to serve our God, and that's what she did. I just wanted to prove a point that she was a Moabite and that she was on Yahweh's side. So you could be the ops. You could be the opposition to serve Yah. Yeah, that's right. You can do that. Okay. Okay, let's see what they got on here. Now, do anybody have any comments or questions about the subject? Okay, Rostar here say go to Daniel 12 and 4. Hey, no New Testament. You're right. You got to burn the New Testament up if you want to serve Yah.
Yeah.
And the only reason why people say, well, why he read the New Testament? Listen, I read the New Testament because I know what's in it, what's good and what's bad in it. You know, if I'm debating a Christian or a preacher, I got to know what's in his book. Because I'm gonna break it off in his own book. If I'm debating a Muslim or anybody, or Egyptologist, I got to know their book because I'm gonna kill them with their own book. That's when I read the books, because if I debate somebody and I don't know nothing about their book, then I'm gonna look like a retarded fool. Yeah, so you got to know the books. I know the New Testament backwards and forward, and the Quran too.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book.
Seal the book.
Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
That's right. That's right, brother. Rostar, here you popping corn. Knowledge is being increased. Because 30 years ago, nobody know nothing about this. 30 years ago, wasn't nobody talking like this. Nah. You're right about that. Knowledge will increase. Okay. Ross said no New Testament. Okay. CC said go to Isaiah 9 and 13. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 13.
13 through 17.
For the people turn not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek Yahweh of hosts.
That's right. They don't seek him.
Therefore Yahweh will cut off from Israel head and tail.
That's right.
Branch and rush in one day.
One day.
The ancient honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail.
And the prophet teaching lies is not all these preachers that go in these churches. Anytime you got a preacher in the church, he can tell them lies.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
Cause them to err. That's right. Your leaders cause you to err.
And they
that are led or destroyed. Right.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
That's right. Your preacher gonna get you, cause you to go to hell.
Therefore Yahweh shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer.
Everybody's a hypocrite and an evildoer. Man, you 1 minute you this, next minute you that. You wishy-washy. You change up.
And every mouth speaketh folly.
Every mouth speaketh lying.
For For all this, his anger is not turned away.
And after all you never did to Yahweh, his anger still, he still got his arms out waiting for you to come to him.
But his hand is still stretched out.
His arms is still stretched out, come to me. I know y'all been a rotten, dirty, no good dog. Still, he wants you. Read. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, CC. Yes, sir. Okay, Fresh Cooking say go to Exodus 23 and 13. He talking about the name when you're supposed to say his name.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 13.
Yeah.
And all things that I have said unto you,
be in circumspect. Right. Make no mention. Read.
And make no mention of the name of other deities.
That's right. Let your head to mouth.
Neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
That's right. You popping corn. What's the name? Fresh Cooking. That's right. You ain't even supposed to call these other gods now. I say that now because I want people to understand what I know, but the Almighty know my heart. If I do say that now, I ain't studying. Nah, Yahweh know I ain't. I don't care what you think, but I know I'm not, and Yahweh know. I say it now because I want people to understand who I'm talking about. Oh, who we talking about? Wonder who we talking? No, I just said that's me not talking about. But they ain't far in the windstorm to me. I ain't thinking about. Okay, Rostar here say go to Deuteronomy 32 and 16. Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 16.
Yeah, I think it's 16 through 20. Yeah.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange deities. With abominations provoked they him to anger.
That's right.
They sacrificed unto devils.
And not unto God. Right.
Not to Elohim.
That's right.
To deities whom they knew not.
We didn't know nothing about no other God. Read.
To new deities that came newly up.
That's right. Read.
Whom your fathers fear not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten Elohim that formed thee.
That's right. He the one formed Israel. You forgot all about him. That's 20.
And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them.
He hated us for that.
Because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I'll hide my face from them.
He gonna hide his face from us. That's what he do every time you cut the news on. There's all these black folk getting killed. Every time you watch the news, it's one of us. Something happened to one of us.
For they are a very forward generation.
They are a very hard-headed, stiff-necked generation. You can't tell these black folks nothing. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a Muslim. I'm an Egyptologist. I'm a Rastafarian. I'm Buddhism. I'm Egyptologist. Boy, look, listen, Almighty gonna bust your head. While you bragging and got your chip on your shoulder thinking you this, that, and the Almighty gonna kill you.
Children in whom is no faith.
Ain't got no faith in y'all. And I done read it through the book and show you ain't no such thing as religion. Ain't no such thing as none of this junk that y'all black folks in America represent. And proud, walking around with your chest stuck out, making $100,000, $200,000 a year, but you false flagging, riding up on somebody else's flag, riding up under somebody else's flag. Almighty ain't studying that. That's right. We are a covenant people that's supposed to do what Yahweh say to do. Keep his laws, his commandments, his statutes, his precept, his judgment, and his precept. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's right. Not running around talking about you a Baptist, a Catholic, a Jehovah's Witness, or a Christian, all that junk. You got that from the Gentile. That's why you're brainwashed, bamboozled, tricked, and a fool. Anybody, I don't care who you is, how old you is, or who you is. If you got a religion, you're a retarded fool. That's right. You're a retarded fool. Oh, yeah, I heard about that, CC. Yeah, ain't no, it's right. Okay, CC say 4 people died at the birthday party in Alabama attending these idol worshipers ceremonies bring death. That's right. That's right, Hebrew. That's right. Then they wonder why. Ain't no why. The why is you better keep Yahweh's laws. Okay, Jewel Gladys say, teach and you left no meat on the bone. You covered. Okay, then praise the mighty Yah. So yeah. Well, I don't try to get all the meat off the bone because I can't remember everything now. I sometimes forget, sometimes I remember. So yeah. Yeah.
Close it out with 115 in Psalm. That's my favorite.
Okay, got you. I got it. Yeah, I will. I'll do that. Yeah, give him Psalm 115. Okay. Yep, that's okay. Rostas here say go to Deuteronomy 14:2. So the next time y'all see a black person wearing a cross, you just shake your head. Say, man, look, man, that's a graven image you got around your neck. And the Almighty do not like that. And you gonna come up stinking and missing. Because he gonna get rid of all these devil worshiping, idol worshiping. Okay, what did I say? Rasta here. It's Deuteronomy 14:2. You got that?
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh the Elohim, and Yahweh have chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
That's right. He betrothed us. That's right. Especially when you keep his laws and covenant. You show enough chosen. Yeah. But he want everybody. All the Most High want us to do is obey. That's the most important thing that he want us to do and obey. Do his word and obey his word. And boy, you're gonna be blessed. Yeah. Yeah. And that goes for anybody, not just the Hebrew Israelite. That goes for all nations. All he wanted is his respect. He's jealous and he want to be respected at all times. And you ain't never supposed to put no other God over him. I don't care if you're a Chinese or Puerto Rican or Mexican or Ethiopian, whatever you may be. Don't never put nobody over Yah. Yahweh is first, and that's it, and he last. Let me go to Isaiah. It's showing Yahweh is always first, and he last. Okay, let's see. Okay. Go to Isaiah 41 and 41 and 4. Isaiah 41 and 4.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 4.
Yeah.
Who have wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning?
Yahweh, read.
I, Yahweh, the first, and with the last, I am he.
He the first and the last. That's right. And he.
The owl saw it and feared.
Okay, yeah, that's all I needed with that 4. Yeah. He the first and he the last. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want this 44 and 6. That's the one I was looking for.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 6.
Yes, sir.
Thus saith Yahweh, the King of Israel,
He's our king.
and his Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts. I am the first,
Yahweh say he the first,
and I am the last.
and Yahweh say he the last.
And beside me there is no Elohim.
And besides him, ain't no such thing as no other God, no New Testament, no Quran, no Hadith, no Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Ain't no such thing, none of that junk. That's right. Oh, okay. Let's see. Ben Yasek, read Joshua 1 and 8. Joshua 1 and 8.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
That's right. Papa corn.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Day and night.
that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
That's corn right there, brother. Read that again.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth,
Now, don't never forget about the law. Always talk about the law to the graveyard.
but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Meditate about this book day and night. Talk about Yahweh going to bed, waking up out the bed, on the job, in the streets, on the corner, before you pop your lid on your gin, your heaven here, before you light that blunt. Always talk about Yah.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
And do everything that's according to written in the law.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous,
Then he gonna make your way prosperous.
and then thou shalt have good success.
You're gonna have good success when you trust in Yah. Boy, you popping it up being Yah. That's right, brother. That's a good one there. Yes, sir. He said, can anyone tell me what I in that day means? Oh, in that day. In that day. I mean, what it's talking about in that day. Whenever that day was. Yeah, okay. That's a good answer, Mark Anthony. It's a certain prescribed date, time of Yahweh. You're right. An appointment. And there you go. That's true. Yeah, that's right, Mark Anthony. You popping corn, brother. Well, the book is studied fulfilling prophecy. It's stuff that in this book ain't happened yet. It's the future, past, and present. The Old Testament is the future, the past, and the present. That's right. That's what the Old Testament is. Yeah. Okay, Amen. Rakim said go to Isaiah 19 and 25.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 25. Whom Yahweh of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Syria, the work of my hands, and Israel, my inheritance.
Yeah, that's right. We are in it's an inheritance. That's right. But anybody else can follow suit too now. Don't be patting yourself on the back because you're a black man, Israelite, and you ain't keeping no laws and statute commandments. Just Almighty ain't thinking about you. He only thinking about the one that love him and keep his commandments in the statute. Yes, sir. The Almighty only love the ones that keep his laws and obey his commandments in his covenant. Them the ones he love. He just tolerate the people that don't do right. If their days is numbered. Okay. Well, the Egyptians got over 10 different gods. 10 different, I know about 10, at least about 10 different gods. Yeah, the Egyptians do. So the Egyptians and the Christians, they on the same boat. They ain't no better than each other. Both of them ain't worth two dead flies. A Christian and an Egyptian. Ain't worth two dead flies. And let's go to Psalm 1 I think it's Psalm 142. Let's see. See what 142 and 12 say. I think no, 147. I think that's what it is. Well, yeah, 147 in the 19th verse. Yeah. Psalm 147 and 17 and 18. 17 and 19.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 17. He casteth forth his eyes like morsel.
No. I said 147 and 19 and 20. That's what I meant. My fault.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob,
He only showed his word to Jacob,
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
and his statutes and judgment to us, the black nappy-headed Hebrew Israelite in America.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He ain't dealt with nobody, no Puerto Rican, no Mexican, no Gentile, nobody else. He ain't dealt with no other nation.
As for his judgments,
And as for his judgment,
they have not known them.
they don't know nothing about the law. They don't know nothing about Yahweh's laws and commandments and statutes and judgment.
Praise ye Yahweh.
Praise ye Yahweh. He only showed the Hebrew Israelites his laws. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's see. All right, then, brother and sister. Ain't nobody got no question or comment. I'm finna get ready to close out. Okay, let's go to Apollo Pisco. What's it? Faso Pisco. Some. He said, look up Isaiah 19 and 25. Oh yeah, he said Isaiah 19 and 25.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
Whom Yahweh of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt my people, and Assyria the work of my hands, and Israel my inheritance.
Yeah, he just read that. Okay. Yeah. Anybody that's doing his law gonna be blessed. That's right. Okay, Joe Gladys. I know that the Most High word is very powerful, and I can feel it come over me, especially when this word is coming forth. All right, yeah. Praise the mighty yes, sister. Okay, Rasta here say go to Amos 3 and 2. Rasta here say Amos 3 and 2.
Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's right. He gonna punish for all our iniquities. He don't know nothing about but the Hebrew Israelite. That's real talk. That's true, Rasta here. Yep. Okay, go to Ecclesiastes 4. Ecclesiastes 4. Move that thing in the way. Yeah, get that out the way. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, 1 and 16. Well, chapter 4, verse 1 and 16.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1. So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter, and on the side of their oppressors there was no power, but they had no comforter. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right. Well, Hebrew brother and sister, I'm gonna get ready to close out. No, I gotta close. Which is 1:15. One. Yeah, so 1:15. Let me close out with that. I'm gonna say a closing out prayer. Psalm 1:15 and Father, let me see. Okay, yeah. Psalm 1:15 started first, but I'm gonna close out with this, brother and sister.
Psalm chapter 115, verse 1. Now unto us, O Yahweh, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, Where is now their Elohim?
The heathen saying, where's our God at?
But our Elohim is in the heavens.
And we tell the heathen our God is in heaven.
He have done whatsoever he hath pleased.
He do what he want to do when he want to do it.
Their idols are silver and gold,
Y'all idols are silver and gold.
the work of men's hands.
Somebody made it.
They have mouths,
They got a mouth
but they speak not.
and can't say nothing.
Eyes have they, but they see not.
They can't see nothing.
They have ears, but they hear not.
Can't hear nothing.
Noses have they, but they smell not.
They can't do nothing.
They have hands, but they handle not.
Can't handle nothing.
Feet have they, but they walk not.
That's right.
neither speak they through their throat.
That's right. They can't do nothing.
They that made them are like unto them.
You, the one that made this picture, this person on to get all this, you dumb as a box of rocks, just like it.
So is everyone that trusted in them.
And anybody that trusts in them, watch this verse here, y'all.
O Israel,
Oh, Israel, talking about us.
trust thou in Yahweh.
We trust in Yah.
He is their help and their shield.
He is our help and our shield.
O house of Aaron,
That's right.
trust in Yahweh.
That's right. The Levites trust in Yahweh.
He is their help and their shield.
That's right.
Ye that fear Yahweh, trust in Yahweh.
We fear Yahweh and we trust in Yah and nobody else.
He is their help and their shield.
He is our protector and our help.
Yahweh hath been mindful of us. He will bless us.
That's right.
He will bless the house of Israel.
He will bless the house of Israel when they obey his covenant.
He will bless the house of Aaron.
That's right.
He will bless them that fear Yahweh, both small and great.
The small and great, old and young.
Yahweh shall increase you more and more, you and your children.
That's right. When you keep the covenant of Yah,
Ye are blessed of Yahweh, which made heaven and earth.
our Yahweh made heaven and earth.
The heaven, even the heavens, are Yahweh's.
Everything belonged to Yah.
But the earth hath he given to the children of men.
He gave it to earth to the children of the Gentiles.
The dead praise not Yahweh,
The deaf don't know nothing.
neither any that go down into silence.
Yeah, go down to the grave, y'all. It's a wrap.
But we will bless Yahweh from this but we will bless Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore.
We're gonna bless Yahweh all the way to the graveyard.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh. Okay, brothers and sisters, that's it. I'm gonna get ready to close out. And I want to give all honor, glory, and worship and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. And Yahweh's will, same time tomorrow. Next Sabbath at 12. Shalom, shalom.